All right, what is up, everybody? This is a whole boneless rib loin, choice grade. I'm gonna be showing you all how you can buy one of these whole, take it home, and cut it up into some ribeye steaks and save a little bit of money if you were wanting to buy a bunch of ribeyes. So first things first, what I do is, since my customers where I am located, they don't like too much fat on this tail, I go ahead and just take it off just to save me a little bit of time in the end when I go to start trimming up my steaks. But if you were buying one of these, taking it home and cutting it up, I would recommend you to leave that tail on, because one, you've already paid for all this fat, and two, fat is flavor. So you don't want to be taking off all that extra flavor. Next, what I do, since I am grocery retail, is I take these bumps off. Now again, if you were taking this home to cut it up yourself, I would recommend you leave these on, because they give you some pretty good flavor on your steak. But if you did want to take it off, because I have to take it off because in my case, if I leave these on, they start to turn this green color before the rest of the steak. So we take them off so that our steaks have a little bit longer shelf life. But if you did want to take them off, you can make some boneless beef back ribs with these. So I would just recommend get right underneath them, all in one cut. And then you can just like broil these or do something with them, because they are boneless beef back ribs. Super good. Or if you got a grinder, you got a little meat grinder at home, you can grind that up with the rest of the trim that you get, and you'll have some really good ribeye ground beef. Fantastic. But after we got that all nice and trimmed up, we're going to start cutting our steaks. So first things first, since the bag was once wrapping this whole thing, on these end pieces, I just recommend you just taking off a slight little piece, just because that meat doesn't look too good from where that bag had gone and been airtight, so sucked all the air out of that meat. So it's just a little bit ugly right there. Then from there, we'll just go on and we will cut our steaks to the desired size that you like. Now I've just gone ahead and changed the camera view so you can get another angle just to see what we are doing here. But we do about inch and a quarter, maybe a little bit smaller sometimes here in grocery stores. So again, if you were doing this at home, you could do this to however thickness of size that you would like. Sometimes I do a little bit smaller ones just so that we have a variety of sizes out on the counter, so it's just not those really thick ones. Some people might just want a smaller steak too. Now, if you were wanting to take off this tail, I would recommend you not trimming off these pieces that have this little meat up in these tail areas. I would recommend you waiting until you get a piece that starts to not have any of that meat really, and then just take it off just a little bit. You don't have to do it exactly how I was doing. I'm just recommending the best outcome for a best steak here. And that is how you trim up your whole boneless rib loin into some ribeye steaks. Now, a quick little tip for the next time you cook one of these ribeye steaks. This cap right here up on this front end of your ribeye is super tender. Like, your ribeye in general is a really tender piece of meat, but that cap is, in my opinion, the best piece of meat on the cap. So next time you go and you cook one of these, just separate that cap, make a little pile off to the side from the rest of that, and take a bite of that cap piece, and then take a bite of the regular ribeye, and just see how much difference is in those two pieces of meat, even though they're the same piece of steak. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you are subscribed and have those notifications on for when I post my next YouTube video. And thank you all for the support.